break my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Dumelang bo maseve. This week, or rather these past few weeks, we've been behind the wheel of the Audi Q3 TDI Sportback, and we're gonna have a long-term review conversation. Uncry these tears. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you stay. Please do subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon so you can get more notifications whenever I post. And if you're an upstanding member of the Maseve Society, thank you so much. Please don't forget to watch those ads because Kulavega Gucci and all that jazz. Now, let's get into the long-term review of the Audi Q3. Now, when we speak about the exterior of the Q3, I think it's a very pretty little thing. You know, it's a sportback, fastback, coupe, you know, sloping roofline, very, very easy on the eye. My unit is finished in they call pulse orange. And I'm like, it looks like it does have a pulse, like it's very vibrant, very, very bright color. I'm actually leaning towards it. I like it a whole lot. And with these contrasting black accents, because it is the black edition of Audi, I think it looks really good. It looks really, really acceptable. It's nice. It's like, it's beautiful. Then you have the multi-spoke rim. And it just gives it this nice stance, man. For me, it looks like a baby Urus. Baby Q8. I don't know if you guys are getting what I mean. You also have the contrasting black side mirrors. You know, you have a little sunroof as well. It looks really nice. I think like the Q3 has been a personal favorite since we drove the normal one. This one is the Sportback, so it has a sloping roofline, but I think it's pretty. The exterior for me is just so inviting. I mean, everywhere I go, people are like, hey, sister, it's cheap, and I'm like, yes, cheap is cheap. I'm joking, but yes, it's a beautiful car. I think it's really pretty. So I think on the exterior, solid 10 out of 10. Moving on to the interior, that's where things get also quite pretty. Like, the interior is very nice as well. I really, really like this interior. You are met by a flat bottom steering wheel. You also have a multi-function steering wheel, by the way, a digital cluster up in front of you. You also have this nice infotainment system screen. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity. You have this climate control menu that only uses buttons. You know, I really like the fact that it's simple, well laid out. You have heated seats as well. You have a start-stop button. You know, the key, Audi, because the key is that normal vroom key. So they need to actually overhaul this key, because when people pick up this key, they're like, oh no, this cannot be putting in the ignition and no, it's push to start, but they still have a dated key. So that's the only problem I have thus far. You have this nice protruding gear lever. It's a very, very common and a very tried and tested interior, and they just tweaked it a bit, obviously, to fit the black edition. I love the seats, guys. You have this microfiber material in the middle, then you have your leather on the sides. You know, very well equipped interior. Like I said earlier, there's a sunroof. You have a Sonos sound system, which we'll get into a little bit later. Electric seats. Very beautiful interior, guys. I think Audi's interiors are very nice. And one thing that I like, remember when you drove the Q2, this is a huge leap from the Q2. This one's, the quality in here is second to none. Like, when you touch the leather, everything just feels so good. Everything is well ergonomically laid out, and I love that about it. But yeah, the interior for me is very nice. You have also the black roof lining, so it works out quite well. Now let's get into the drive of the Audi Q3 TDI, the TD. This vehicle is powered by a 2-liter turbo diesel engine that produces 110 kilowatts, 360 newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed dual clutch. And to be quite honest, it's actually quite nice to drive. Very punchy, very eager to move. It's very, very nice on long distance, also in city driving. I enjoyed it wholeheartedly during these past few weeks. But the most exciting thing about this car, right, is the fuel economy. So I think Audi claims around 6 liters. I'll put everything on the screen, but I've been averaging about 7.7. And when I got this car, it was sure. Anyway, this it's kind of key. I lost my train of thought. Okay, big two. They claim about 6.9 liters. I'll put everything onto the screen, but I've been doing 7.7. Upon arrival, I got about 800 kilometers on a tank. I've done about 1,200 kilometers over the past few weeks, and I've only filled up about once. I'm only going to fill up again now because I'm left with 100 kilometers worth of range, and the fuel light is not on. So a diesel is the way to go. The other Q3 review we did was a TFSI, so it was the petrol one. It was also just as efficient, but this is efficienter. This is efficienter. So yeah. But in terms of going back to the drive, I'm very impressed with it. Noise insulation is quite good. Overtaking is quite good. You put your foot down, very responsive. Gear changes are stunning. No jerkiness, very smooth. And that's what I appreciate about VW Group when it comes to gearboxes. Most of the times, well, the DSG has given me it's a bit like turbo laggish, but the Audi ones, I haven't had any issues with them. This gearbox is so smooth. The gear changes are nice. It's so nice on long distance. It's so nice it's such a love. And I was very anxious when they told me that I'm getting the diesel, because I wanted the petrol one again, but then I was like, okay, cool. And you guys know me, I'm a sucker for BMW diesels, but Audi diesels are just as good. They are absolutely fantastic. I'm very impressed. Like, diesel like a you can't convince me otherwise. Diesel like it's on. Guys. This was a very good drive. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Going home to family and friends. I think the drive is just very commendable, and anyone who buys this car will be happy. However, there is one problem that I have. It's firm. You feel all the bumps and the dips and as you're driving. It is quite firm. That's the only issue I have. I'm not expecting a flimsy suspension, but I would like something a bit more comfortable, a bit more softer. The seats are comfortable, but as you're driving, how can I explain it? You know those drop sack cars, like those stance cars, when they are when they busy like doing this. In a sense, like that's how sometimes it feels when you just go over something like and then you're like, okay, cool. But anyway, on the drive, very happy, very happy. Let's get into the verdict. What does maseve think of the Audi Q3 TDI? Now, this car is in a funny segment, right? So naturally, you think that it rivals cars like the X1, the GLA, or Volvo XC40, but since it's a Sportback, I cannot compare it to regular sized SUVs. I can't compare it to the X1. However, the only thing that comes to mind, the closest thing that comes to mind, is the X2. And now there's where the problem is. I haven't driven the X2 on test. I drove it at launch and I liked it. So I'll just try and recollect my memory. So, but anyway, I'll try and recollect my thoughts between the X2 and this one. But let's just focus on this car first before we get into rivals. This car's good. This car's really good. The one problem that you'll have is the fact that it's a sloping roofline. It's a Sportback. So rear occupants are going to be a little bit frustrated, especially if they're fully fledged adults, like balaka tall people. Over the holidays, I had my friends in this car, and my friends are quite tall. So I could see in the rearview mirror, Joe, this guy's head is literally by the roof. So that's the only problem. So with that being said, I would say that the Q3 is best for people who have small children. Or if you're just like me, who has no dog, no man, no cat, then it works. For me, it will work. Like for me and my lifestyle, it will work. So, I mean, it's fine. What's also nice about the Sportback is that the boot space is quite good. I think you're getting about an odd 500 liters, and then with all the seats down, you're getting 1,400 liters or so. So the boot space is really nice. And I think that's also the second good thing I can comment about on it. The another thing is the Sonos sound system. Oh, Sonos may Sonos. May like a Sonos. Oh, this was stunning. Guys, I was actually like king Sonos. And then I listened to it, got a full blast, got a zoop, music to my ears. Literally music to my ears. It sounds really good. So it's something that I can never, ever. This is my first time experiencing the Sonos sound system. So I'm quite impressed with it. I think it's really good. But ultimately, I think the Audi Q3 is is a good car for Audi. This is what they need. This is really what they need to bring them back onto the map. You know, Audi has been having a bit of a tough time in the country, and I think this black edition is actually quite good. The reason the black edition exists is kind of to give people a package, so they don't have to spec a lot extra. Because we know VW Group and extras. The extras list is insane for VW Group. So what they did is just they made a holistic package. So you go and you buy a car, you say no, ke batla black edition. It's fully equipped for what you want, so you just add a few little extras. And I think that is a good thing. That is actually a very good and comprehensive package for customers who are looking into the segment. But the Q3 for me, proper little thing, stunning car. If it's spec'd well and you know you get all the niceties in it, you'll be very happy. So I think in terms of the car itself, my verdict is that, look, this is a proper premium crossover. We have so many of them, and having the Sportback in it gives it a bit of a sexier appeal and puts it, it's a cut above the rest, because a lot of cars don't have Sportbacks anymore, or coupes or stuff like that, especially in the SUV, in the premium SUV segment. It's just fully fledged normal SUVs. So I think this is really a good car. Into the pricing. So the pricing of the Audi Q3 is a little bit steep. So this vehicle, the Sportback, starts at 965,000 Rand. And the one we are testing, the one you're seeing, is 985,000 Rand. They added a couple of extras, which I'll put on the screen so that you guys can see what they added. And look, man, as much as I can say this car is good, it's very hard for me to be like, okay, cool, go out and run and go buy a Q3. If you have the money, sure, I'd recommend it. Considering the fact that it is a bit of an outlier. It is like the coupe. So I can't say to you, go buy the X1, because the X1 is not a coupe. You can buy the X2 though, if you want that. But I'm not a big fan of the way the X2 looks. I think it's a bit overstyled, and the X2 has never been a car that I want to... I've never liked the X2 exterior-wise. So I'd rather take this. But to be quite honest, living with it, driving it every day, I fell in love with it. And I was like, this is something I would even recommend for myself if I had the money. However, 985,000 Rand is quite a lot of money, but I think you're getting enough car for that amount, especially knowing that it's Audi. I think it's fine. Somewhat, I'm in two minds about the price. I won't lie to you. I'm in two minds about the price. But the car itself, for me, totally fine. The only thing they need to fix is the small little things I mentioned and the key. This key cannot go, no, this key needs to be phased out. We need a new key. The key that you get, I don't know if you guys saw my RS6 review. That key, that sleek little key that looks like a little tablet, little pilisi. So that is the key. Like, they must get with the times. This key gets dollar. This key must go. I'm sorry, I don't know I'm complaining about a key, but I can't pay 985,000 Rand for Kia A4, yeah, I'm dollar. I'm appeal. So my ultimate verdict is that the Audi Q3 is a proper car. Proper car, very out there, very different, very left field, and that's what I like. I think it's a car that shows off your personality more than anything. However, I cannot deny that the price is a little bit high. I think if this car was 900,000 Rand dead, I'd be like absolutely happy. But touching $1 million it's a bit much. I understand it's a diesel. I understand a lot, but yeah, guys, it is a lot. Like, let's be real, it is a lot of money. But for me, I'll have to give it a solid 8 out of 10. I had the time of my life with it over the festive season. I think it was a good car, a good companion, a good sleigh. Boot space was good. Fuel economy is the reason why I'm so impressed with it, guys. Fuel prices are crazy and they fluctuate a lot. So having a car that allows me to go so long with one tank, I can't fault it. I can't say it. That is it from me, maseve. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you guys think about the Audi Q3. Are you getting this? Are you getting the X2? Are you getting the T-Roc? Or what other car can you think of at that price point? If you had 985,000 Rand, what would you do? Let me know in the comments and let's have a conversation. I haven't eaten and I'm going to work, but yeah. Anyway, that's fine, guys. Kulavega mali, kulavega Gucci, kulavega Filoin, like everything. I don't know. You know what, guys? I need to learn Tonga. And I hope I can pick it up. And yeah, I'm blabbing now. Have I eaten? No, I haven't eaten. I actually made tea in the morning and I left it. And then I left. And I'm like, Reba, really? But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to watch those ads because we love Gucci and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get it. Thank you guys so much. Please refuel. Amen. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.